Hola clase! Today we will be learning the imperfecto. The imperfect tense is one of the two ways to talk about events that happened in the past in Spanish. While the preterite is used to talk about completed actions in the past that narrate what happened, the imperfect is used to describe the following: repeated, habitual, or usual actions that took place in the past, actions that were ongoing in the past, and to describe what things were like in the past or how things used to be. Time phrases that indicate repetition will prompt the use of the imperfect, such as siempre, todos los días, todos los años, con frecuencia, usualmente, normalmente, a veces, etc. The imperfect tense tends to be one of the easiest tenses to conjugate, as well as the funniest. You try saying trabajábamos 5 times fast. Let's review the steps for conjugating regular verbs. Step 1. Drop the ending. Step 2. Keep the stem of the verb. Step 3. Add the ending that corresponds to the subject. These are the endings for the imperfect tense. AR verbs: aba, abas, aba, ábamos, abais, aban. ER and IR verbs: ia, ias, ia, íamos, iais, ian. Notice that the ER and IR verbs follow the same pattern, and the yo and usted, él, ella forms have the same conjugation. Also note that there is only one accent mark in the AR verbs, and it occurs in the nosotros form, while the ER and IR verbs have accented E in every imperfect ending. Let's conjugate these two verbs as examples. Hablar. Take off the ending AR, keep the stem of the verb, add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo hablaba, tú hablabas, usted, él, ella hablaba, nosotros, nosotras hablábamos, vosotros, vosotras hablabais, ustedes, ellos, ellas hablaban. And now, comer. Take off the ending ER, keep the stem of the verb, add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo comía, tú comías, usted, él, ella comía, nosotros, nosotras comíamos, vosotros, vosotras comíais, ustedes, ellos, ellas comían. Now let's look at some examples in context. Cuando era niña, no había celulares. Yo chateaba por internet mientras que mi hermano montaba en bicicleta. When I was a little girl, there were no cell phones. I would chat online while my brother would ride a bike. The verb haber is a bit peculiar since Spanish has 2 simple past tenses and English only has 1. In the present tense, haber conjugates to I, which translates to there is and there are. In the preterite tense, it conjugates to hubo, which translates to there was and there were. In the imperfect tense, it conjugates to había, which also translates to there was and there were. So what are the differences between hubo and había? It is all in the usage. For example, the preterite indicates completed actions. Hubo un concierto ayer. There was a concert yesterday. En el concierto había mucha gente. At the concert, there were many people. In this case, you are explaining how things were like at the concert, which calls for the imperfect. Now, some good news. There are only 3 irregular verbs in the imperfect. ser, ir, and ver. Just memorize these 3 conjugations and you will be good. Ser. Era, eras, era, éramos, erais, eran. Ir. Iba, ibas, iba, íbamos, ibais, iban. Ver. Veía, veías, veía, veíamos, veíais, veían. Let's use these in context. Cuando yo era estudiante, iba a la universidad los lunes y miércoles y veía a mis amigos en la clase de español. When I was a student, I would go to the university on Mondays and Wednesdays and would see my friends in Spanish class. Eso fue todo por hoy. Hasta luego.